Welcome to H2K Infosys, instructor-led face-to-face true live online software training with cloud test lab where you can practice on software tools and projects and mock interview sessions, resume preparation and reviews, and also job placement assistance. We provide IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for master students in US, software design, development, testing, and maintenance, and IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and technical support. We provide training in multiple technologies. Please visit our website h2kinfosys.com for more information. Competitive edge for H2K Infosys. Our training is completely 100% job oriented training with multiple domains. You work on multiple domains to practice like banking, telecom, supply chain, CRM to get the job quickly. So you can attend the mock interview sessions, attend the classes many times, but you pay only one-time fees. We provide step-by-step instructions to install the softwares. Watch the videos, watch the recorded sessions before or after the live class at your convenience time. So in this video I will discuss about what is software testing, life cycle, requirements, test case, how to write effective test case template, how to write test case, examples of writing test cases, and interview questions. In software testing life cycle, first step is we have to understand the requirements and existing application. Then we develop or design the test plan document. Once we develop the test plan, we start working on developing the test cases. That means we write the test cases. Then we also have to prepare some test data to execute the test cases. While executing the test cases, we have to validate the results, expected values with actual results, and we file the defects if anything mismatch. So this is the process of software testing life cycle. So let me talk about a real life scenario before I give example on software testing test case. Let me give one requirement. My requirement is I wanted to drive from Chicago to New York City. So before I start driving, I have to prepare the driving directions by go to Yahoo Map or Google or GPS or any other way. I have to get the map. So you can put the map here and you get the directions. The driving directions are step-by-step instructions. See, you turn right on Congress Parkway, continue on I-20 West. So the simple directions, simple layman English, step-by-step instructions to drive from one place to another place. Similarly, you take like directions from Yahoo. It's also similar manner, but the only difference is look and feel is different. So here what I'm trying to say is if you want to have a requirement, let's say your requirement is drive from Chicago to New York, you are taking specific steps to drive from Chicago to New York. So before you start driving, you are taking the directions. So similar way, let's take our example about test cases. Actually, before I go for what is test case, let me talk about what is requirement or specification or user story. So a requirement or user story or specification means a technical information about software products published in the project manuals or technical data sheets. Requirement is also called as user story in agile development methodology. So most of the time these requirements are written in a functional requirement document or business requirement document or solution requirement document or some other tools like quality center or any other test management tools. Okay, so now let's talk about an example requirement here. In Bluegrass Blue Shield, there is a functionality for find a doctor. In a find a doctor page, there are two options. One option is city and state. You can search the doctor by zip code. There are two ways you can search the doctor, but there is a button also there. Click on search button. So the search button should be disabled until user provide valid information on one of the information like city or state, and you have to provide either zip code or city and state. Until you provide the valid information, it should be disabled. The search button should be disabled. That is the requirement. So how you are going to test this requirement? Before you start testing the requirement, as we discussed before you start driving the car, you get the directions. Directions are step-by-step instructions. Similar way, before you start testing this requirement, you have to write test case. So what is a test case? Test case is a step-by-step instructions, step-by-step process to test a specific requirement or specific user story. So a test case contains test case ID and steps to be taken, what are the functionality you are going to test, and description of the test case, what test data you are providing, what are the. So let me give an example like test case number, description, preconditions, what are the steps you're going to take, what test data you are providing, and what is the expected results if you take this step, and what is the actual results while you testing the application, what is the actual results on application, and is it pass or fail, and is there any defect related to the test case or any requirement related to that test case. This test case may be a little bit small format, case may contain a little bit different, but most of the things common like what are the test case ID, steps to be taken, what is the expected result, what is the actual result, pass or fail. These all are common fields most of the places you see. But as I discussed about getting the directions, Yahoo map they will give you different directions, different way of look and feel, and Google map has different look and feel. GPS will give you different look and feel. Same way you can write test case in a different approach, you can write test case in another way, but our goal is how to reach, from where to reach, from where and where to reach. What is the source and what is the destination? What you are testing? Are we covering the specific requirement or not? With detailed information, with layman English, clear steps. That is what you have to put in test case. So before I explain about how to write a test case, first we need to know how to write an effective test case. So as we discussed about the test case requirement on BCBS, the search button should be disabled until you enter the data either in city and state or zip code, right? So how do you test that? First you have to write the test case number. Test case number is based on the project name and the requirement number. Sometimes if you are using a tool like Quality Center or any other tool, it may generate the number. So that is you have to decide. Description. What we are testing? We are testing search button. We are validating the search button. Preconditions. What should be available before you click on search button? A application should be available and find a doctor page should be available. Then only you can search this button. Right? That is preconditions. Like before you drive the car, what is the precondition? You need to have a gas in your car, right? Before you start the engine. That's a precondition. Same thing, before you start this search button, you need to have a find a page should be available. Steps to be taken. What are the steps you need to take? First you select the zip code option button and enter a valid 5-digit code. For example, this is a valid digit code, 5-digit code. Once you enter, search button should be enabled. That is the expected result. Okay, next step, enter only non-numeric data like ABCD. Then search button should be disabled. That is the expected result. So that is how you write the negative testing, positive testing, multiple ways. One requirement can have like 10 steps. Maybe one requirement may have 2-3 test cases. Test case contains multiple steps. Okay, actual result will be filled while you testing the application by following these things. Now I wanted to explain about how to create an effective test case. When you create a test case based on the requirements, make sure you understand the business requirement and what to write in the requirements, what to be tested. And we have to write the detailed conditions. Like for example, requirement says search button should be disabled until you enter the valid information. That is the only thing they mention. But based on that, you can write 5 different steps. Right? So one requirement can have one test case or maybe 2-3 test cases. Depends on how big the test case is, how big the requirement is. And valid test cases. Validate the test cases by reviewing with your peers. Review with business or BAs and all other peer reviews. Target high risk functions. You may not have enough time to test complete application end to end. So you may have to do like high risk functionality before you have to target the test cases first, then go from there. So maintain the traceability. So map the test cases with requirements. You need to write a requirement traceability matrix. You may have to develop that part to make sure you are not missing the test cases for each requirement. But you will see in my other video, next video, about how to prepare a requirement traceability matrix. Repeatable. Manual scripts need to be detailed enough for anyone to follow the cases. And manual and automated. Test cases may be manual or automated. So try to develop the test cases based on the test automation. Manual test scripts should be defined with any eye toward automation by providing the appropriate level of details to allow scripts to be easily automated. So outline the detailed steps to execute the conditions rather than simple steps. Now let's talk about some general interview questions on test case. What is test case? And how many test cases you can write per day? This is all based on, it's not that I can eat 10 burgers and write 1000 test cases, right? That's not the way. The answer should be reliable. Like I can write 10 test cases in a day. I may not able to write one single test case. Depends on how critical the functionality is. Sometimes you may have to depends on some other resources to complete the test case. Of course, you may do some other tasks, but you may not be able to finish one test case even. Depends on how critical the application is, the dependency and all those different situations. And they may ask like explain about your recently written in your project. And if you don't have requirement, how do you write the test cases? And what tools were used in our previous projects to write test cases? And they may ask like, hey, we are using some XYZ tool to write the test cases, and do you have any experience with that? If they are using Quality Center to write the test cases, you may not have experience into a Quality Center, then are you going to give up the interview? No. You can say that writing test case, it doesn't matter where you are writing. For example, if you know how to drive Mercedes, it doesn't matter it is a Lexus or Toyota or Chevy or Ford, right? You know how to drive the car, doesn't matter what car it is. Same thing, you know how to write the test case. It doesn't matter, you can write in Word document, or you can write in Excel sheet, or you can write in a Quality Center or any other tool. It doesn't matter. So as a H2K Infosys student, you will get a chance to attend the mock interview sessions to discuss more real-time interview questions. So look at our reviews from our existing students. You can Google and Kudzu or anywhere, you can see all our people reviews. So visit our website and submit your contact information to get more details about our course and attend a free demo class. Thank you for watching this video. Please contact us if you are interested to attend our training classes.